Hi everyone! Okay, I didn't realize how much love this witch animated illustration was gonna get. Initially, I didn't really plan on making this a long form video because I also didn't plan to animate it. It was all spontaneous, but you know what? I decided that since I do have most of the footage of me animating this illustration, that I might as well share it as well. So let's get started. As always, I start off by arranging the layers to their sequence as well as grouping them together before we get to anchor points and keyframing. On this part, I actually just started keyframing this, but please ignore this portion because I'm actually gonna redo them. I'm going to the part that I usually start off of, which is the blinking animation. I decided to do a combination of frame by frame and keyframing animation so that it'll be faster for me to do this as compared to my usual that usually involves clipping masks. So as you can see here, I already have the sequence of the eyes closing, and then I'm just putting some small movement of transitions in between the part wherein the eye is open to the moment it closes. For the eyebrows, I just use a position keyframe wherein I just time it with the blinking. Now I'm adding a position keyframe on the group with the facial features. For this one, I'm just putting a small movement of it going down to show a little head tilt. To make the whole animation loop, make sure that every single part that you keyframe has the same first and last keyframe. Now we're going to the right hand layer that will be moving as if I'm drawing using the performance mode feature in Procreate Dreams. As you can see here, it's just recording the movement as I do it. I'm expanding the keyframes here so that I can clean up some excess movements that I don't want. For this one, I decided to put a little bit of rotation for the tilt movement. But as you can see, it's pretty minimal as compared to the position keyframes. Now we're going to the full body. For this one, I just kept it simple, wherein only the face and the right hand is separate from the body. Oh, also the witch's hat. But the rest of it, I'll be keyframing together using warp. I'm just making the movements small for this one, since if you remember, I did a little up and down motion with the face. So meaning, just like with the body, I want it to react to its movement with like a soft bounce. Now going back to the witch's hat where I'll be redoing the warp keyframe. Now it's time to animate the elements around the character. In order to create a more dynamic movement, I actually separated each element also from the globe behind them. So on this part, I'm just grouping them together so that I can create a more dynamic, separate movement for each of them. But first, I'm applying a blend mode using add so that it gives a more glow effect. In fact, it actually intensifies it when you use that specific blend mode. You can also use the filter keyframing for some color adjustments. For this one, I'm using hue saturation. For this time lapse, you'll see that I created starting keyframing points for each of them, as well as some anchor point positioning. But all in all, what I really only did was create 3 keyframes, one at the beginning and one at the end that are the same, and then in the middle, this is where I play around with timing as well as their different positions. So for this one, the goal is to just make them float but not completely simultaneously. For this part, just experiment or explore. Just, I guess, go by how you see it or what you see. Because for me, when it comes to this one, since it's just a simple animation that I was just having fun with, I suggest the same thing and have fun as well. Don't forget to make sure that the ease settings is the same for all groups so that there are no weird timings going on for other elements. So for this one, I decided to go for a linear easing. And one final animation that I added is Latte drawing with me. And look at that. It's a last minute thing and I thought that it was going to be an easy thing to add up, and I did. And that is it. That is the animation process for this Halloween illustration. And I hope that it showed you some tips into making your own animated illustration. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. And as I always say, let's go out there and make some art.